Hey, happy Tuesday. This is Lisa here. Going live on Tuesday Talks and Tarot every week, Tuesday at 10. I've been doing these for now. Wow, how many weeks? So many weeks. I think almost a year. No, could it be a year? I don't know, but I have to say that I was really channeling consistency as something that was what I wanted to do to bring my business and my life to the next level. And staying consistent with these Tuesday talks has been a huge part of that. So thank you for being here, for watching and listening. Hello, if you're joining me. So today we start off, yesterday I kicked off the Awaken Your Senses series. And today I'll be talking about awakening your senses as like a general topic. And then over the next, the 7 weeks, so over the next 6 weeks, we're going to be looking at each sense individually and have an opportunity to engage in your world around you using I'm going to offer certain experiments that you can do out in the world to awaken your senses. So I am going to just talk a little bit today. If you're joining me, drop me a comment. Let me see who's here. Make sure everything is good. Welcome, Instagram people. Thank you for being here. What's up, Facebook? Okay, so if you're new to my work, my name is Lisa Meta. My company's Metamorfize, and just kind of like how it sounds, I help people transform, but not just transform like, oh, I'm a transformational coach. I help people master their mind. I'm a mind mastery coach and breathwork practitioner. Everything is about rewiring and rerouting and reframing, because when you start thinking about what you're thinking about and realize that your thoughts are what are creating your results in your life, then you realize the importance of what you're thinking, what you're pumping your brain with. And breath work is so powerful for breathing life, expanding from the inside out. And what I wanted to do with this particular series is kind of flip the script on me, my work, on you, on everything, and almost come from the outside in, which is just as important as inside out. So everything is a reflection. Awakening your senses are your ability to collect data in this world. We are moving around, interacting with the world around us, with people around us, and the more you can tune into your senses as a data collecting machine in a way, the more you're able to then be in response versus reaction. And also you can use that data as information to keep moving and to keep flowing. And also you are present, super, super present, the more you can be in your senses. Good morning if you're here. I see a few people say good morning to me. Oh, hey, Soul Funk Brother. Soul Funk Brother. It's a good song. I'm just going to say, wave at a few people over here. All right. So, yeah, I'm talking about awakening your senses. What does that even mean to you? You know, I always look up the definition of things, not because I stay tight to definitions, dictionary definitions, but I like to see, hey, Shelby, I like to see what is the definition that we all might be running as a track in our mind. And it literally said arousal, arouse from sleeping, cause to stop sleeping. And the reason why I wanted to do this series right now, this Awaken Your Senses series, is because all of what we're coming out of, with what's been happening in this world and the energy shift of fear and contraction. Am I going to get it? What's happening? And people in our lives feeling different things. And there's just been so much, not in my opinion, contraction. But also with all of us having lockdown and being inside, not being able to connect as much, I realized a lot of us have dormant stuff, literally stagnant energy inside of us that we need to wake up. And so I thought, what a better way to wake up us, our body, our embodiment, our life force, besides using the senses. So if we tune in individually over the next 6 weeks to each sense and we start to develop this relationship with it. So your eyes, like looking around you in a different way, see things differently. You know, I often say things around you don't change, but the way you see them can. And when your perspective shifts in your life, then you see things differently. I always talk about the story of one of my, I guess, one of my biggest awakenings. Actually, maybe, yeah, one of the big awakenings in my life was the moment I was realizing I had looping addiction patterns and my mind had just gone rogue. You know, I was not the master of my mind. And I was contemplating going to therapy. And I had so much dialogue around, I'm not someone who goes to therapy and I don't need to do this. Like, I mean, it was really not supportive to me getting help. So I remember that day that I was holding the phone and I was trying to call and I'd hang up. I got some reference, I'd call and I'd hang up. And that there was this moment, and I'm sharing a perspective shift moment here, an awakening, where I really had thought that I was right, basically. Like I just knew what I knew and there was no room in that moment for anything to come in to shift my perspective until I picked up the phone. And I think I might have been crying. I'm not sure. I was definitely emotional. And I remember the one little sneaky line of hope came through, and it goes, but maybe there's another way. Maybe you're wrong. And I remember it was a split second, and in that moment, I let the phone call go through. And that was my perspective shift. That was me opening up to the opportunity, to the ability, to the possibility that it could be different. And I allowed myself to see my own situation differently. My mind shifted into possibility. So that's why this is so important, is that if you can use your senses to collect data, we are all data collectors. We are literally out here in this world, and our senses originally, I mean, our body's way, it was a mechanism back in the day, let's say, where we were designed to survive. These were our senses of survival, like stillness. Do you hear something coming? Whether predator, prey, food, friend, family, fire, storm. Like you use your senses to survive and thrive. And the more you can be in them and attune them and refine them, the more you're going to be interacting in a fluid motion with the world around you. Hey, Kelly, what's up? What's up? Talking about awakening our senses. So the more you're attuning to your senses, the more, and refining them, the more you're like inside of the matrix. You know, you're inside of this beautiful matrix. Hey, Karsten. And it can feel really empowering. I love that idea of feeling like you're in the matrix, actually, because when your senses are awake and you're completely feeling, you're having this relationship with the world around you and the world within you, and there's this dialogue, it's actually really beautiful. And talk about present moment. And so let's talk about that for a minute. So if you're awake, these senses are awake, and you're fully engaging in the moment, then what are you not? You're not in the past and you're not in the future. And that brings us to peace, joy, and happiness. You're fully embracing the unfolding of the now by being in the present. One of the things that I do still, and used to do as one of my tools and still do, is if I start to feel anxiety coming up, I will, like the uncontrollable kind, or one that I just like, oh, like it's just too much. I kind of just start labeling things around me. Mug, blue, street art, lamp. I mean, it's such a simple thing, but that brings you into the present moment. You're literally using your eyes to look around and bring you into what is around you. Kind of pull it back in. Literally pull it back into your senses and to your little body world here. So, speaking of body world here, I'm going to say that, there are five senses that we often talk about. I'm actually going to be doing six senses, which I'm going to be, on the last week, we're going to be doing the sixth sense, literally your ability to develop your intuition. And each week over in my Facebook group, we're going to be having a guest teacher come in, which I'm so excited to be collaborating with some of my best friends. This is amazing. And some new friends that kind of came through as a way of collaboration and for me to expand out into who knows what. And each week we're going to be like just really cultivating these senses. So this week is Natalie Pearson, and she's going to be awakening your body 5D on Thursday at 4 o'clock over on my Facebook group, which is called Next Level Manifestors. Laura, what's up, girl? Long time. Love ya. So we're talking about awakening your senses this week. So let's see. And yeah, I'm going to pick some tarot cards. Laura, did I have these with you? I don't know if I did. Anyway, so yeah, I just said huge spiel about senses, and we're going to be picking a tarot card. If you want to be dropping me a number in here, I'm going to pick a card for you in relation to the sense. In 1 minute, I'll be doing that so you can... No, you didn't know them? Oh, maybe, yeah. In 2010, I went to India, and I got, this is the Osho Zen Tarot deck, and I've been pulling cards. Well, I love me some cards, so, and making my deck is still on the list. List of things to do. So, yeah, I guess I've covered all the notes as far as this week. We're going to be really looking into what happens when you tap into the magic of your senses. So, let me look over here. I see some comments in Facebook. Oh, what's up, everybody over here? Greetings. Yes. Oh, Rita. Hey, Elaine, 12. I got you. All right. Yeah, let's actually just dive into this right now, and I can come back to some of these other notes in a minute. Yeah. So I guess the main thing I want to... yeah, you do have the OG cards, girl. I still have the original deck, but you have like deck number 2. Man, still on the decks, literally, to make. So if you don't know, I've been reading cards and looking at words for as long as I can remember. Words have always been so important to me. And that's why every week here, I just pick one word. There's so much to richness in a word. And also there's so much importance for all of us to evaluate. What does that word actually mean to us, instead of, is it something that's been passed down to us and we're just like adopting an old story of something? This last week when I was doing the word potential, I really woke up I had been defining potential a certain way, and after last week, it blew my mind. I realized, and I'll just recap this because I thought it was so fascinating, that after all these years, something that I was like, yeah, I see it so clearly. I see it so clearly. I realized I'd been like, yeah, reach your potential, as if potential was a there. There is no there. Potential is this ever expanding. It's almost like there is no, like once you reach it, it opens up the portal to the next. I called it the portal potential. So it was just a moment where I realized that even something that I had believed for so long to be true, I actually redefined it after all this time. So this is my invitation to you. All the work that I do is about getting curious and asking yourself to think about what you think about, to awaken things that are sleeping, and to question your own thoughts, your own beliefs. And the reason why I've got the Self-Mastery Lab right now, which is a membership thing, it's a $49 a month membership. It is basically for us to share perspectives, which is so powerful. And the group we have going is so amazing because everyone is really just bringing a different perspective, not for anyone to take what isn't yours, but you could be like, oh shit, I never thought about it that way. And then if you have that moment, like I shared earlier in my own like personal awakening, where I was like, maybe I could be wrong, or maybe I could see this differently, that's the doorway to change. That's the moment you give yourself that, who am I without that? Who am I without that thought, that person, that substance, that addiction, whether, an addiction as in the thing that you're just doing a lot of. And addiction. Anyway, all right. So give me a number. I've got you over here. Elaine, I got you on 12. Pop in some numbers and I will give you your reading. 12, 24, 6. Woo, we got some big numbers today. I'm liking it. Anyone over here? Let's see. Okay, cool. So this is about awakening your senses and what is it that you need to do. And if you're over there on the Facebook group, Next Level Manifestors is the name of it. I've got some amazing little assignments we're going to be doing all week to engage in the world around you. So here we go. 12, Elaine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I always start on this side, but I need to start on this side. Okay. Woo, yes, perfect. 24, Rita. 1, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. By the way, just everyone maybe take some deep breaths while I'm doing this. You know, I didn't talk about breath. Breath to me is like sense number 0. 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Laura, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God, you guys, this is crazy. Oh, I love these cards. So amazing. Okay. So, okay, these are individual and collective because we are all, this is a unique little pod that will never be again. Hey, Yoli, give me a number. I'll pick you a card. Okay, Elaine, innocence. Okay, this card is pretty much the perfection of this topic today because this is an old man. Oh my God, this weird filter I have on Instagram. Sorry about that. It's like blurring out. This is a man who has pretty much mastered the art of being present, and he is so present with this praying mantis to the fact that they are in oneness, that they are having union and conversation. And I think that this is the most, like, a perfect way to engage in the world around you is to literally just stop and be present with everything, every being, every living thing. I have to admit, I only kill one thing, and that's a mosquito, for the most part. And like, I'm really going vegetarian right now. I can't even eat meat. But anyway, so yes, Elaine, check that out. Be present with the world around you and see if you can find oneness and union with all. And that makes you the master of your life. Okay, Rita, 24, participation. Okay, this is basically 4 monks sitting there, and they are creating north, south, east, west, and all of them are a part of the fire, water, air, and earth. And basically, again, when it has to do with senses, the more you are in tune with the natural forces of life, the more you then can also feel in participation and in belonging. And basically, we're all looking to belong in our life. We're all looking to connect, and these are actually monks holding hands together, and in the inside is where the vortex. So as you create, basically as you then tune into all your senses and you can refine them, you can then not only connect with the outer world, but you start connecting with others who are tuned into that same type of frequency. And there is where change and evolution occurs from a place of flow and peace and harmony. Oh my gosh. Okay, Pat, beautiful. Turning inward. Amazing. Another way of getting into your senses is to slow down, close your eyes, which is an irony because I'm saying be in your senses, but your senses are like, out. But actually, the refinement of it is to close your eyes. You know, Tibetan meditation says that you should have your eyes slightly like a gap open. It was the first meditation I ever tried, and I realized as a highly creative, very visual person, it was not the type of meditation for me. But if you've never tried it, it's interesting. They do like a slight gaze down, and they do it because they say you should not close out one of your senses during meditation. And I always thought that was a very interesting thing to know, like even different kinds of meditation practices. This is also blue emotion, so you can tap into how things feel when you go inward. Very powerful. I'm digging this whole spread so far. Innocence, participation, going inward. Lara, abundance, boom. This is what happens actually when you do start to tune in to all of the senses and start to channel all that is outside in and inside out, abundance comes your way. You literally become a portal and a channel for all beauty, all prosperity, love, peace, joy, harmony. And this guy, he has so much coming towards him. He's in harmony with masculine and feminine, with night and day, with all of the dualities of life, that he is almost on overflow. So, wow, that's so beautiful that if you allow yourself to become one with nature and slow down and just be present and unite with all living things, you feel a certain oneness, a participation with life, both connecting to self and other, reminding you to go back inward, never lose yourself. So we are engaging in this senses thing, which is an outside in, but to remain inside out as well. And when you do, abundance comes your way. And I see the other numbers coming in. 1 second. It froze? No. Okay. Yoli, 9. And Detroit Dolly, love ya. Who is Detroit Dolly? I've never met you. Nice to meet you. I'm Lisa. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yes. Oh my gosh. So cool. Okay, Yoli, going with the flow. I mean, talk about, these cards are just so magical for the census thing. Because then literally after abundance, if we want to look at this as a pathway, going with the flow can be so powerful because that means you trust. And when you tune into your senses and you start to trust them, which is also, remember, that sixth sense, developing your sense of intuition means that you can go with the flow in life. You trust more is coming. You trust yourself. I know what I want, my affirmation forever. I trust myself and I know what I want. So that is so powerful. And then Detroit Dolly 28, the lovers. Now this is a slightly different for those of you, this card itself talks about, actually, no, this is perfect because the lovers talk about the 3 levels of basically relating and connecting. And one of them, the first one, is our sexual energy, where we can sometimes fall into lust and into just the physicality of something, which, by the way, is allowing your sense of touch possibly to be there. However, when you hone all the senses with a partner and you slow things down, go inward, become one, be in union, go inward, but also have participation, you can actually have the union of real lovers, in the sense of you are whole as an individual and you are sharing in the sensory experience with another. So I think this is a very beautiful card to end with because it shows the possibilities that developing and cultivating your own senses within you can also lead to then a deepening of relationship with other. I gotta get my microphone over here and do a little mic drop. So love you all. This is, I need a little coffee here. This is week 1, awakening your senses. That was such a powerful practice. I'm so honored to go on this journey with all of you this week. I hope you can join me. Don't forget to go. It's totally free. This is my gift in some ways as I do all this work. It's really for me too, because I've been awakening. And I've got a lot of fun things happening with the lab. If you want to take this work deeper, then you join the lab. It's called the Self-Mastery Lab. And that's basically where you get coaching from me. You get to be a part of a really powerful group of people. And I can't emphasize how much self-inquiry and just getting curious and being in a group of people who are thinking about what they think about. That's really what I'm all about, is to empower you to be the creator of your life. Think about what you think about and, have a little of all of these things happening in your life. Go with the flow, abundance, tuning in, be in participation with the world, and unite with all living things. I just picked one up by accident. And then you have celebration. So one love, everyone. I really appreciate each of you. If you need anything from me or would like to have any conversations, reach out. I'm always available. I appreciate everyone, and I will see you next Tuesday for the sense of touch. Also, join me on the Facebook group this Thursday for Natalie Pearson is going to be doing Awaken Your Body 5D. She's going to get us in our bodies. She's going to wake us up. She's my homegirl. She's powerful. And if you really want to start to meet some powerful facilitators, go check them out in my Facebook group, which is also in my link if you're in Instagram. All right. Lisa signing off. Bye.